By 1910, there were 48,000 beehive ovens in the Pittsburgh scene. Many of them speckle the area. We used to call them coke ovens. Many of them speckle the area from Latrobe to Uniontown. The Shoaf Coal Works in Fayette County was the last operating and profitable beehive operation. It ceased operations in 1972. The Shoaf Coke Works opened in 1904 by H.C. Frick Coke Company. Okay? I remember when I was younger, we'd go to Uniontown, and all the coke ovens would be burning at night, and there would be a strange, eerie, orange glow in the sky. So we would go to Uniontown, so they would be along there. See that? Isn't that pretty neat? All right. Coke is a much purer product for making steel than coal is itself. Sweet. Well, here you go. If you've never gotten to ride on top of a model train, here you go. They got a little camera set up on that, so you can ride on top of the model train and see what that looks like around the area here. That's pretty cool. You always see these from looking at it at the side or over top of it. You never see actually getting to ride a model train. Going back past Forbes Field. Sweet. Nice. An original Pennsylvania Railroad bell. It was on a steam locomotive. They don't say which locomotive it was on, but isn't that nice? Sweet. CP, Steve. That's a big one. The Folk Western. How about that, Zach? That's one for you. There's one for you, Sam. Illinois Terminal. Nice. I think we'll get some glare off the glass there on that one. Pennsylvania. Another Pennsylvania. Southern Pacific. Whoa! Lionel Lines. New York Central Coaches. Awesome. 1945 depth charge. You don't get to see that very often. They've actually got a submarine out here I'll show you that in a minute. We toured the submarine there many years ago, 20-some years ago when we were here. And it's really wild to be in that World War II submarine. Here's a torpedo out of it. Incredible. Look at this. How many of you guys ever see the inside of a torpedo? And I have no clue how it works, but it worked. Little differential in there. Pretty neat, huh? This is a great place to visit, the Science Center here. They have bunks in that submarine. They have torpedoes, the bunks are right over top of it. Hanging, swinging bunks. Mark IV torpedo. Standard anti-ship torpedo used by the submarine service during World War II. Over 13,000 were produced between 1942 and 1945 and remained in use in submarines till 1980. How about that? That front carries an explosive charge of 650 pounds of Torpex and the exploding mechanism. Yellow paint color signifies that this torpedo is unarmed and outfitted with a non-explosive training warhead. All right. Well, there it is, USS Requin. It's not open right now, but there you have it. Sorry about the sun being out there, can't help that. Trying to avoid that. Man, those guys that rode that underwater in World War II were tough guys. My hat's off to you veterans. Wow. Well, okay. We're in the bathroom here in the Science Center. Hi. This is not something you get to see every day. Being in the bathroom, a video on YouTube. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. You look at this. This is an optical illusion. It's not the wall, it's you. There's a big sign over here. It's got a wedge shaped. And the illusion was first studied by Drs. Richard Gregory and Priscilla Hurd in 1979 when a friend noticed the illusion made by real tiles in a local bar. Despite years of research in cognitive perception, there is still no complete explanation for why we see the lines of tiles as wedge-shaped. Okay? I'm reading this over here. When indeed they are perfectly straight and square. And you look at that and you say, no, they're not. Well, if I don't look at it through this camera, I can see it. It is perfectly straight and square. But through this camera, you get that wedge. The key seems to be gray mortar between the tiles. And this illusion does not work if it is drawn too thick or it is a different color. The thinking is that because the mortar is gray, halfway between black and white, it looks lighter and darker depending upon which color it is seen against, making the tiles look thicker or thinner at one end or the other, as the darkness of the mortar appears to change from one side to the other. How about that? Pretty neat stuff.